What's up, y'all? So today's tips on how to get out of a traffic ticket, speeding ticket. All right, number one, first tip: don't speed. Don't speed. Don't speed. Don't speed. That's your first tip. That's how you get out of speeding tickets. Don't fucking speed. But you know, if you like me, left foot, you speed. So first tip, don't speed. Second tip, don't believe that rumor of you get 5 miles over the speed limit. You get no miles over the speed limit. I mean, absolutely no miles over the speed limit. The speed limit is the speed limit. There is really no grace. So if the speed limit is 45 and you're doing 47, ticket. 45 and you're doing 50, ticket. That's really at the officer's discretion, and then at the court's discretion once you get in there. Third, what I'm on? That was 2. Don't speed. You don't have a grace. There's no grace. The speed limit is the speed limit. Number 3, go to court. Go to court. It's more favorable if you go to court. Unless you have one of those situations where you just can't afford to miss whatever you got to do, so you have to pay the ticket. Or you're out of town and you got a ticket out of town or something like that, then it will kind of behoove you to go ahead and pay the ticket. But if you go to court, that's where you can fight it. So you can get yourself an attorney and you go to court. Here in my county, they said I didn't qualify because they weren't taking speeding tickets, so I had to represent myself. So you can go in there, and in my county, they're going to fine you as a death. So my ticket started off at like $380, and by the time I got in here today, it was 5 something. But I was also doing, I was accused of doing, allegedly, I was doing 84. Allegedly, I was doing 84 and a 50. Allegedly, 84 and a 50. Yeah. They really thought I was speeding, but I wasn't. So, allegedly. So, go to court. When you go to court, it's a lot more favorable for you. You have an opportunity to talk to the DA. You have an opportunity to plea down. Most of the time, they're going to send you a whole bunch of stuff and say, hey, if you just pay this ticket, you ain't got to show up. It's this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. But if you allegedly getting accused of doing 34 over the speed limit, you're going to take them points. And here in Georgia, you're going to get that super speeder. So that 5 something on top of whatever that super speeder is going to be, I mean, that's like a $700-$800 ticket. And I don't want to pay that for allegedly doing 34 over in the speed limit. So I'm going to court. Go to court. If you don't have an attorney, fuck it. Go to court. Get up there. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Look for the officer who pulls you over. Always remember, if you can't get a picture of him so you can remember him when you see him, always remember the officer who pulls you over. Because if that officer doesn't show up and you get up there, the DA and the judge are going to ask you how you plead. That's when you say, not guilty. And they're going to ask you a couple questions. You say, it's not me. It's not me. Because the court has the burden of proof. The burden of proof, which means they have the burden of proving that it was you and proving that you are guilty. You're not just guilty because they accused you. You're only guilty if they can prove that it was you. Doesn't matter if it was you or not. It's always allegedly you. They have the burden of proof. So go to court. Go to court. And if you don't have if a driver record is fairly clean like mine was, they'll probably plea you down to something very simple, no points, just take the ticket and get you out of there. Then you had the opportunity to kind of weigh your options. Like, am I just going to take this ticket with no points and this low fine versus fighting it in the trial? So those are my tips. Don't speed. There's no grace period. Go to court. Get yourself an attorney. Oh, and try to push it out as far as you can. As far as you can push it out, the likelihood of that officer being able to show up or even still being employed with whatever county, state, city that you got the ticket in, it's going to be slimmer. So it's going to be a lot slimmer. So that's how you get out on traffic tickets, man. Peace.